This is another Colorbox Mustard Comic Studio. Welcome back everybody to Comic Studio like this. And that I just completely searched for another one as well. It's not gonna be original like those things, nothing instead of like these things as well, like anyways. In the previous amount of some kind of videos that I just went up for around here for some kind of like these stuff as well for some sort of fundamental educations and execution comic creators around here, because I sense that I just completely finishing for just a little bit amount of stuff that doesn't have any drafts, like I just completely saved for one thing, except this and many completely videos for around here for these times as well. In a few videos ago that I just recently uploaded, the Colorbox Mustard comic studio was absolutely that I just made from like these things as well. And yes, we completely figured it out that I just added some Henry Stickmin characters like themselves as the robot Henry, and for some kind of soldier and some kind of sheriffs and top hats like themselves that I just completely added as well. Since that NPCs in Cookie Run Comic Studio has just completely updated and reorganized from A to Z, I wasn't able to be completely able to find out as well. And I since re-added for around here as well that it says, "Hey y'all, what is going on? Espresso cookie." I'm probably not never realized like those things as well. Since in the top of the vehicles, and especially we added for something like itself, like for the unknown screen, dancing cookies around here for some sort of for some kind of unknown screen party as well. So I won't be able to be turned into this screen called green anyways. And I wasn't absolutely going to be done like anything as well, as I gotta be switching for the options button as well, for they're just going to be searching around here. So thankfully added Henry Stickmin, right hand man or right hand man, and probably for some sort of one soldier, another top hat Henry, and for some kind of sheriff is absolutely going on to be sniping something as well. So that will be pretty it as well for some sort of a little bit full as well. And today we're going to be check it out for another Colorbox Mustard comic studio. It has for round of beats, effects, and finally the melody, vocals, all stars, bonuses. I better gonna be showing up for some spoilers if I absolutely wanted to. They look absolutely going to be for around for this as well. There are way too many characters like themselves. The props could be actually for one thing as well. So what's gonna be rechecking in this comic creator? It had only one sprite. I just decided to turn on the spoilers that sends the backgrounds. There were less a few of them, and I would not able to believe this isn't going to be for such as a one day overall. Nothing that meantime that we added for some sort of for the interior vehicles from Battle for Dream Island, including for some sort of the show on for the dude itself as well. So let's gonna be rechecking for around here, and probably there must be many more effects like them. It's supposed to be items and many more couple of stuff as well. There were for some sort of the band finds like those things as well. The photographies, super setting computers, and probably there was the references. Probably that must be going to be for one thing overall for some sort of like for other kinds of stuff. Icons could be like anything it goes to be wanted to, and the gallery images probably it's going to be for around here for some sort of lot of times as well. Lots of things and many amount of gallery images. There weren't supposed to be like for the Grand Theft Auto loading screen, and because of not just like this isn't supposed to be, there must be other kinds of like these things. There aren't effects anywhere as well. except some sort of backgrounds that will look like these, or some kind of dancing floors, or not anyways as going to be this one as well. And that could be a custom made like these things, and that weren't going to be about. So absolutely having for this party started like them over here. So we added the dancing floor as could be literally as even possible. And then for the users submitted sprites over here, it was just probably added for some sort of the HD Go, Sprunky, other kinds like the Incredibox, and from Battle for Dream Island. Nothing, of course, this is absolutely for only a little bit of one sprite, but there's nothing over here for themselves. Nothing, of course, that I just pretty going to be added a little bit something, and I'm probably sure that I'm not going to be finding out as well for some sort of between those doors. So, nothing unless over here and there as well. Another dancing floor that is just going to be realized. Blue's Clues reference. And finally, the city itself right over here. Or nothing, just like anything as well. So, we're not going to be coming up for a little bit next one for those things. What absolutely going to be happen to. So I better going to be added a little bit of characters, like instead of it. After a few minutes or hours by adding sometimes for so far as well. And finally the one more piece goes to for this one. So where's the thing that I just going to be probably going to be doing this? Like literally going to be flying around as well. So since that completely updated for some kind of like this, of course we added a little bit for one thing overall. She's flying over the restaurant, and I cannot believe she probably looked like a baller or something. I'm not gonna be completely going to be just what I just going to say for these things. And I wouldn't be able to be tried that were actually wanted to do this as well. So anyways, we added a couple of a round of Cookie Run characters all over the place like that as well, which concludes for round as for Cozy Cafe characters around here, especially that I added a Cake Hound under some sort of like these Stickmans from Rex, Uta Chaos as well. And there's mail time like those things. Probably like anything as well. Is standing above for the dancing cookie around here over here. Besides for these guys as well. Cozy cafe characters around for some sort of a hallway or dancing floor like these. Added 3 South Park characters onto the dancing floor and in front of the restaurant. Probably like for the old abandoned city, like those things as well. The old Cricket Man or Gordon Freeman that I just completely added. Of course, that I just added a bunch of some kind of stuff as well. Probably for the Orphanage cookie and like other kinds of like these. Added 3 cookies such as Cherry Blossom, Coffee Cookie, and Timekeeper Cookie over here. And she was absolutely flying as well. Instead of skateboards, or added some kind of door as some kind of reference overall. And by the meantime, that must be for some sort of couple as well. That I just added a few of some kind of cozy cafe characters over here. And finally, Blue's Clues reference was absolutely real. Or not real. This is just like an expectation or something as well. Probably added for some kind of Stickmans instead of a dog, but I just added for some kind of a little bit for much more reference as well to be for some sort of like the complex like these. But I just completely added a sprunky thing over here for this thing. But I'm not gonna be added for a little bit dog as well. Sometimes it might going to be right behind him as well before I'll end up this video. So if I ended up this video, right, for quickly as well. I'm added blue dog on top of the sprunky guy over here for just pretty not much for some sort of a stuff over here as well. Every stickman sees blues, or whenever it going to be just trying to came from around here as well. So some kind of characters from their Cookie Run characters like themselves are added with some kind of balls, and that also features deleted content that completely added magma cookie over here. And nothing despite Moonlight cookie for some sort of like this after added around for Sugar Glass and Amber Sugar cookie, that they realize there is nowhere to be seen for other kinds of scrapped cookie designs like themselves for like those things. But that's enough talking about for this all for some kind of strategy. The video is going to be in the description that I just completely able to be saying for this thing as well. And that will be probably it. I just going to be saying for around here to check out for the cards. So thankfully it was going to be in description down below, as you might going to be checking this out, but I'm not very sure that you're absolutely going to be at the age of 13 to check it out, to do this as well, to make something, or you might going to be checking out for their user comics by themselves, or check it out for the main website to browse some comics like other kinds of shows, animations, video games, and a whole more combo of stuff as well. And that will be pretty it for as well, as you might want to be seeing this, and the Colorbox Mustard Comic Studio, and that will be pretty it as well. So it's gonna be, check it out into the description below if you're over at age of 13, that you might going to be trying to do this. Like anyways, thanks for watching, for all your support, and I'm gonna be signing off, and I'll talk to many lads usernames from their comic creators and fellow viewers from their like otherwise from around the world all later. So thank you and have a nice day.